welcome to my channel. This is Stitches, of course, it's also my name. Today we have the 14th of November already, 2025. We have a companion here. It's Mies, my oldest lady. There are more in the room. I'm sitting in the living room right now, so it's dark here. It's very clouded outside, so yeah, not much light. So I try to give as much light as I can. We are here today for my weekly stitching recap, of course, so from the last week. How did I do it? Well, I worked on 17 whips and I did 6,270 stitches. So I think I did great. It's not the 7,000 that I had in mind, but it's still a great amount that I did. Also because the children had still 2 days off, so that was good. So I could use that as stitching time. Yeah, and then if you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, also welcome. It's always appreciated. Each of you, if you watch it each week, 2 weeks, monthly, whatever, you're always welcome. And I'm grateful for each comment I get. And I answer also if there's a question or something. Yeah. So that's very, very much appreciated. And also the Kofi link is each week in my description box. So I also want to thank everyone who has a subscription there and donates like monthly a Kofi. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very helpful for the giveaway in the group with the puzzle event. So I have a Facebook group, Siske Stitches, of course, where people play each month for the giveaway, and it's a pain-free crafts chart or a chart from the Cross Stitch Studio. So it's a chart from there, one of your choice. The only exception is the one from the 6 portals, the full set, because it's like 70 euro or something, so that one not. But if you want one portal, of course, as separate, that's not an issue. So that's it. We can start off for the stitching update. So today we have the update of stitching, maybe a bit of plans. It will not be so, I think it's not so much I have plans to say, but okay, yeah, we will go over it, and yeah, that's it. So will start. Like I said, 70 whips, so I hope you have your stitching with you and the drink. Even I forgot my own drink, but okay. So the first section I will go over is the Flosstubers frenzy. Everyone I have stitched on their whips, so I will link in the description box, and people don't have to wait a long video to see where they are. If you don't know Flosstube Frenzy, the founder is in fact Jessie Marie Dustuff. She came out with the game Great British Bake Off. So watching the TV show, and then according what happens in the show, she did stitches on each participant. Then the Alchemist teacher was like, oh, I don't watch those shows, but I watch a lot of Flosstube. And so the idea came for Flosstuber Frenzy. So for me, it is 200 stitches for a regular video, 100 stitches for a live or a stitch with me or in Flosstube Extra or that. And 50 stitches for each whip we have a match. Yeah. And that said, that gave me already, I kept track now since the 1st of November, and I have 21 Flosstubers in my list. to keep track of. And I have to say, it's a lot. So did I do everything? Of course not. Do I like it? Yes. So maybe it's also a bit of plans already now. What's the issue? I have 5,000 stitches pinned a week already that are taken for other stuff I need to do. So the extra stitches goes into Flosstube Frenzy. That's the reason why I feel like I'm letting down the people I follow. So it's just time, lack of time. But I like the game. So I was thinking I can drop a couple of Flosstubers, but I don't really want that. Because I don't want to let the people feeling down. So I've let them down. So that's another thing I cannot let go of. So for now, I think I will just see what I can do. And maybe do adjustments for the new year. Because I really like it and it's fun to do, and every video I watch, so to see if we have a match, and I would miss that. So yeah, we will see. So it's not that I don't want to stitch on everyone's whips. It's not that issue, it's the lack of time. So that's it. Who I stitched on this week? The first one was for Kim. I have my list here. So I started from the 1st of November. And the first one here on my list was Kim Hollenbach. And I needed to do 300 stitches because it was a regular update video. It was 200 stitches and we had 2 matches. The Sunday Delight, of course, and the Jelly World Sol. Dus the Hate Sol 2025. So that's why I needed to do 300 stitches. So I started here. Oh yeah, I should better say which whip, of course. Her whip is Sunday Delight, because we have that as a match. Kim just finished it. So if you want to see her fully finish, you can, the last video from the 1st of November, she is showing it. So this is Sunday Delight, artwork from Randall Spangler. It is 400 by 394 stitches and charted by Have the Nerd Designs, of course, with 88 colors. And I love this one with the banana ice cream. We call it banana split in Dutch. And it brings memories of when I was little and we went to the sea for a day trip with my grandparents, and then we could eat a waffle or an ice cream, and I always took a banana split. So that brings that story in me. So where did I start with this one? This is stitched on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross. So here was my starting point. It's like not white fabric. I would say it's cream, but I don't know anymore. So I did my 300 stitches. I'll fold it a bit like this. So I went a bit across to fill in the gaps. So those are completed. So for Kim, I don't have any stitches left at this moment. So Sunday Delight is now at 5,165 stitches. And it's out of 157,600 stitches, with the result as 3.28% completed. And Jen, this is a milestone. It hit the 5,000 stitches. So that's the first one. I don't have page finishes today. The next one I have here. I will put this first in his bag. And Kim is a monthly poster, so I don't think I will see Sunday Delight the next week. the next couple of weeks, and it's fine. Then the next one we have, need to search for who it was. Yeah, I already stitched on that one, so it was for Stitching Mommy. And the whip is 360 degrees of cats and dogs. That's this one. Artwork is from Adrian Chesterman and charted by Pain-Free Crafts. This is retired, so it's no longer available anymore on the website. And it's 500 by 357 stitches and around 100 colors estimated. So I needed 500 stitches for this one, for the 4th of November video and 11th. But I started with the first week. So yeah. And I want to have this page finish done by the end of the year. So this will come out weekly. This is one that I not will go in order of stitching. So for this week I did 300 stitches out of the 500 already. This is stitched on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross with DMC floss because it's a kit from Pain-Free Crafts. And I have my reasons why I want that page finish. This is where I started. And I will explain why I want that page finish and then show you the update. So then I need my chart for a bit. This is already a plan for 2026, so it's just in between because I won't do a plan video for 2026, but then you already know. Yeah, my goal is just for this year to end with a page finish. So as you can see here, if I finish, you cannot see it well, the lines of the page finishes. So when I finish this page, that part is full completed. So can you see the other page finishes? Maybe. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages to get to the row finish. So I want to get those 4 pages at least next year done. How do I want to do that? Maybe it stays in Flosstube friendly. I'm not certain of that, but it's also possible I put it separately and I give it each week, not each week, bi-weekly 100 stitches. So then I swap between 360 degrees and Jungle Kitty, because those are my next priorities to finish. So I have the same with Jungle Kitty. I want that page done. So I'm now swapping a bit around. So if you can see here, I need 5 pages. So when this page is done, I still have here 5 pages to reach the top. This is now what I have done. So that's my goal for next year already for those 2. So I'm thinking if I will see how Flosstube Frenzy goes. If it got enough stitches like that, but I think not, because I have too much Flosstubers now to follow. So that's my issue. So that's why I wanted to do them separately each week, 1 week. And normally I can do that because of the math. If I do that each week 1, then I have 18,000 stitches on each. So then it gives me those pages. It's around 3,500 stitches for 1 page. So that's it. That's in my mind. That's the reason why I'm thinking I wanted those 2 page finishes done this year. So I think I have for this one around 2,000. Here it was 2,000 stitches left, so now it's less. So again, this is where I started. And I did 300 stitches now for Stitching Mommy. Yeah, and the Flosstube video, it was 250, but I went over, so I did 300 already. We had one whip in common, and I think it was the Crazy Owl family, if I remember correctly. So here is it now. So I worked here in this part. And otherwise I would swap around each week. That was another thing. That's why I was considering to get 360 degrees and Jungle Kitty out of my Flosstube frenzy. Because I want to have those page finishes, and with the amount of stitchers I have to follow, as possible I will not get it. So I have to take them out, even it's not their turn in the list. So it's not favoritism, it's what I need for my stitching. Because now I swapped Jungle Kitty from DMS Crafty Vortex to McGonagall's library for that reason. So it is already separate. Yeah. So that's what I did for Stitching Mommy for now. Then I'm not in order, eh? I'm not in order. I will take Carla's stitching journey first. As Flosstuber. That was Catnap. That's Catnap. Artwork is from Jeff Haney, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is a regular version. There is a mini and a max color version. I know Anne is doing the max color version and the max color stitcher. This is 500 by 358 and it has 89 colors. Also, this one I'm stitching on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross. So here is my starting point. What did I need for Carla? She did post a video the 1st of November and I did 200 stitches for that video. I have another one in the line waiting, in the waiting queue. This is for the 10th of November, but I only started with the first week, like I said. So 200 stitches I did. And maybe it's not smart to do only that week first. And maybe I have to go do the total amount of stitches per stitcher and then continue. So that's I'm still figuring out what's best to do. So I did my 200 stitches here. I filled in here in the cat and I went a bit down. Maybe I can set this aside next to it. Oh, it's enlarged now because I'm holding it on top. Yeah. So that's what I did. This is now at 2,250 stitches out of 179,000 and it has 1.26% completed. We didn't had a match whip in that video, so that's why it's only 200 stitches for the regular video and the next one too. But I still love Carla's videos. And her game with the, she called it now Floss City. There was a word before it, but it ends with Floss City. Yeah, and my daughter is still dragging me into the Harry Potter game plan. We'll go over that in plans. I don't know when I will all stitch that, but okay. We'll go over that later. Then the next one. So who is it we already have? Carla, Kim, Stitching Mommy. Yorkshire Crafter. That's another one from the 1st of November. Yeah, I have papers everywhere now. Wizard's Companion is Yorkshire Crafter's Whip. And I needed 200 stitches for the 1st of November. And we didn't have a match in that video. So this is Wizard's Companion. It's charted by Charting Creations. The artwork is from Sheena Pike. This is 375 by 500 stitches with 113 colors. And I started in the middle of this one with the owl. I didn't want to start with the background. Also, this is stitched on 25 count even weave 1/1 for cross. Oh yeah, I turned it off, the setting for turning. So here is where I started with 500 stitches in the middle. And I added my 200 stitches. Try to get next to each other again. Will that work? Not really, but okay. I will come closer in a bit. So I added my 200 stitches here to the left because I started from right to left. I would say in my page, but it's not even my page, in the owl. I searched where the owl was. Then I started from the right top of the owl's head and then I went to the left. So it's not really difficult or a page that I follow. It's just the image. Yeah. I love this one. I really love this one. And my first idea was to go with the windmill method. And then you start with one block and goes in spirals. But that didn't turn out great. So then I thought, okay, I will just go what I normally do. I start from the right to the left. So I owe the Yorkshire Crafter still 200 stitches. And she probably will post again tomorrow. But okay. Yeah. And then the last but not least for this week's Flosstube Frenzy is Blooming Whiskers for... Where's my cover now? Yeah, here. The Max Color Stitcher for Anne. That's Whip. So this is Blooming Whiskers. Artwork is from Bridget and Emma Ashwood, also known as Ashwood Studios. Still available. It's a gorgeous piece. If you don't have it, run. This is 600 by 429 stitches with 100 colors. And it's a beauty. Anne is also stitching this one. And she is stitching it as a full width, row by row. And I am just in the right part, stitching by page. So, yeah, if you want to see it as full view, you need to watch her. What did I have to do? Where is Anne? Yeah, I have all those colors, eh? And I have color blindness, so this is like puzzle. Puzzle what I have to do on my tablet. It's more easy to follow. And I have a planner where I cross them off. But this is just keeping track of numbers. Max, yeah, color stitcher. So that was 250 stitches for the 2nd of November. And I have another one for 300 stitches for the 9th of November. So apparently the 2nd of November we had one match. And do I remember which one? No, it's 2 weeks ago. I don't remember, I didn't note that down. Maybe I should. It's probably Blooming Whiskers itself. So, I need to show you the starting photo. here it is. This is stitched on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross with royal broderie floss. And I stitched here on the cat the 250 stitches. Yeah, it was 250, eh? Yeah. So this is now at 14,014, not 40. 14,420 stitches out of 257,400, and it is 5.60% completed. So yeah. Do I want to give this more love in the next year? Yes, because it was one of my pinned whips. But like I said, I need to think what I will do in 2026 to make that happen. Because I don't want to let Flosstube Frenzy go. So that's thinking. That was all for the Flosstube Frenzy update this week. Then we go to the temperature stitching. Is this temperature? Yep, it is. I will put you here. Hopla. The first one I have here next to on my pile is Aurora's Garden. And that needed 200 stitches. It's for the numbers 1 and 5. Aurora's Garden is a kit from Mareshka. I have pages everywhere. So this is this one. This is stitched on 16 count Ada fabric. Yeah. It's a gorgeous piece, and there is a companion piece with a wolf. It's called Wild Spirit. A beautiful one. I have it in my stash. Did not start it yet. I saw some Flosstubers stitching it, and it's really great. So I hope to finish this one first before I start the wolf. So this is where I started with Aurora's Garden. This is in the app that I'm stitching. Is the wolf here on this other side? No, it's not in this. It was maybe a small hope, a little hope that it was there, but it isn't as a photo. So here is where I am now. I filled in here on the top of this tree. I don't have an end stitching count, but I only have the percentage. I'm looking wrong. This is now at 2.60% completed. So yeah, in the Fantastitch app, everything he counts separate, like half stitches, full stitches, whatever, French knots. That app counts everything separate. So I don't know what the total amount is of that piece. So yeah, it's gorgeous though. And it has blends in it too. I will put it now here. The next up for the temperature stitching was Happy Dragon. And I forgot again my picture. It's this cute dragon from Luca S. And he needed 200 stitches, apparently. It's just a pity he's green, eh? Why you need dragons to be green? I feel like I had my portion of green this week. And if you know that yet, I don't like to stitch green. So here is where I started with him. This is stitched on 16 count Ada. So I only had 200 stitches before. And I added 200 stitches now with all the material from the kit. So it's with Luca S floss. This one. And I still struggle with these floss cards. They always get tangled. Then like this. And then it's difficult to pull them out. So now it's only 3, but I have kits with like 6 or 7 from these. So if you have a solution for that, please tell me. It's frustrating, that part. So here's where I am now. You can see where I stitched in his face. 200 stitches in his face. And this was for the numbers. Where is it? 3 and 8. I have 2 numbers assigned to each flip. Then the next one we have is Witch's Cat from Boti Threads. This is assigned to the numbers 6 and 9. And she needed 100 stitches. Yeah, it's small printed. So I will show you the cover. The artwork is from Hannah Rendale. It's in fact a Halloween piece, but I still love it, so why not? Stitching on it. It's stitched on 14 count Ada with a printed speckled background, it said. Fractional stitches? Okay. That page is saying it has fractional stitches in it. So here is where I started with that piece. So I'm stitching in the head, in the witch's head. Oh, I made a knot, apparently. And my background. So this is now what I have so far. So you can see I worked on the top of the head for the 100 stitches here. So that was also done. I have no numbers, it's on paper. I only counted with the, how is it called? It's made for crocheting and then you tap each time the counter. Jen already had shown it in one of her Flosstube videos. It's a small thing, it's around my lowery stand. So then I tap. There is also an app that counts, stitch counter I think. Then the next one for temperature stitching is Romeo and Juliet. Also a Mareshka kit. Also stitched on 16 count Ada and using the materials from the kit. And I have a little story about this one. My daughter had at school now the task. She could pick which one she wants to do in the class to discuss, and she picked Romeo and Juliet from William Shakespeare. And the teacher asked her, in fact the whole classroom, who knows the story about Romeo and Juliet? And only my daughter knew. So she's 11 years old, and then she told a story in the classroom. And then she added, I know it because my mother told me. And I thought, yes, because of this one. So it's fun that it's returning, and I told her about the video I have seen, and yeah, it's fun that she remembers the stuff I'm learning her. So yeah, now every time she sees it, she thinks of the story. And she sees it a lot because, yeah, she helps me sometimes with my whips in my other room. And she picks them out, she knows where they are. But the thing is, she remembers it with the color of the bags they are in. And that I don't, that I cannot. She asked me, is it that color? And I'm thinking, I don't know which color, I have different colors. But she remembers my whips with the bags of colors. With the colors of the bag. So this is where I started. With a beautiful cat watching me. But I worked in the, I would say the shelf. It's not really a shelf, eh? In the closet. I filled in here the gap in the cupboard. So this was my 100 stitches? I think so. That I didn't tell you yet. Yeah, it was 100 stitches. So this is now at 20.6% completed. It's a beauty. I still love this one. But I can tell that about all my whips, I guess. And especially the stories, eh? Each whip has a story. And then the final one for temperature stitching was Wildlife of Predator. And I'm missing a page. I already put it there. This is a kit from Luca S. With 65 colors, stitched on 16 count white Aida. This background is all stitched in half stitch. There was someone asking me on Instagram how the background was stitched. So yeah, it's all half stitches. And this is artwork from Momart. Yeah. I needed to do also 100 stitches. So here is where I started. I'm using everything from the kit. So it's again Luca S floss. The first kits they used anchor floss. And where did I work? Here in the face this time. 100 stitches. Above his eye mostly, and the darker colors to fill in. This part of background is done. It's all, as you can see, stitched until here. Yeah, from far away you don't see that. When I started this, I was thinking to let all this white background off. But yeah, then I said, okay, just do it. It's half stitch, it will go quickly. Not that I like half stitches, but okay. I love this face now more because it's more colorful. So this is now at 8,655 stitches out of 60,000, and it has 14.24% completed. So yeah, I'll put it here. And then we go to the, I would say, the focus section or the weekly section. So the things I have to do weekly. The first one I did, it was Tommy. It's not the name of the whip. I name him. I gave him the name Tommy. It's the little dog from Luca S. With his yellow boots for my daughter. She's waiting for it. So this is Tommy, the little adventurer. It's a small kit. It's the artwork from Maria Magdalena. 2 hard skill level, 29 colors and stitched on 16 count Aida. He's beauty. So I did 510 stitches this week on him. Allez, not turning again. So here is where I started. And this is now where I am. So what's all new? This is filled in, this. And I finished here also a bit. So yeah, he's coming along. This is now at, where is my numbers? 6,742 stitches out of 8,254. And he has reached 81.68% completed. I could say it's a milestone, but I'm not counting it really as I'm going for the finish. So, but I hit the 80%. In fact, last week I was at 78, so Jen, you can choose if you want to see it as a milestone or not. I let it to you. I leave it to you, what you want to do with that. And then the next one up for weekly stitching is... Oh, my papers are falling down. And I need that one. Oh, is it again that day? That kind of day. Six portals was first. I forgot I put the papers there. So 6 portals, the full version. The artwork is from Rose Catherine Can. It's still available. But then you get also the 6 portals separate. And if you want the full chart, yeah, you have to buy them all. There is a set on the website where you can just say I want this one, but you have to pay for each one separate. So yeah, it's an expensive chart. This is 1206 by 800 and charted by Pain Free Crafts. Yeah, it's a beauty. I know some other stitches are stitching this one. I'm stitching this on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross with roll broderie floss. I started in the 6th portal in the purple one. I guess it's purple. Yeah, it is. So I started here in the 6th one. Jen, the caffeinated crafter, had made her way across, and then she each week she rotates between one portal. I think now she was at the 4th one. And then we have Dawn from DMS Crafting. It's Dawn Marie from DMS Crafty Vortex. She started in the left corner. So it's nice to see all the different ways how we stitch. There are more people stitching it. I know Crow Stitches did a stitch with me with this one, so she's also stitching it. There are more, and I need to drink a bit, so I need to pause. And then we go further. I'm back. For you it was like 1 second or something. So my starting photo here for the 6 portals is here. And I did 500 stitches on it. As I'm going down for the page. So yeah, it was here stitched. Look at those colors. It's really beautiful. It's better in this light. The swirls, everything. So yeah, that's mine. It has a lot of 550 as color in it. 333 and oh no. what I'm doing here today. And let everything fall down. And I need it. Now. Okay. So then the next one up for the weekly stitching was Jungle Kitty. Maybe that will help. That's this one. Charted by Perifree Crafts. The artwork is from Mikey Bergman. And this is 400 by 344 stitches with 75 colors. It's a beauty also. That's the one I just showed you for the pages that I want to have finished in 2026. So this is stitched on 25 count Eva weave. I need to tell you still the numbers for 6 portals. So first that. 6 portals is now at, so I added 505 stitches. 2,565 out of 964,800, and it has 0.27% completed. So that's it. Jungle Kitty is stitched on 25 count Eva weave 1/1 full cross with DMC floss 1/1, and this is a milestone. It went over 20,000 stitches. So here is where I started, and I did 300 stitches. So Jen, a milestone. This one I count. And I worked here on her head and more here. So this is now at 20,110 stitches out of 137,600 and 14.61% completed. So yeah, it still has a lot of confetti, as you can see. So yeah, how much do we have left for my page? 6, maybe 11, 1200 stitches. It's hard to see with those portraits. So yeah, it needs to be finished. That page. Whatever all I do, this one needs to be finished. Then we are at the children's for my, the whips for my children. The first one is for my daughter. So you already know that is. I should make a quiz of it. Coloring book afternoon, super size max color. Artwork is from Amy Stewart. This is charted by Have the Nerd Designs, and it's 999 by 714 stitch size with 237 colors. And those details here are not accurate in this image, but stitched you can see them. This one is stitched on 28 count Eva weave. I thought, oh yeah, it will go with 28 count. I learned my lesson. It's not my favorite count, but I still have to do it. So yeah. Oh. So my weekly stitches here are 500 stitches. So this is stitched with whole embroidery floss. Here is where I started it, in the ball with markers. And I added 500. Yeah, 500 stitches. I didn't went over. And those are mostly here done. So this is now at 39,220 out of 713,286 with 5.50% completed. yeah, I know I will not finish this page anymore this year. I don't think so. It's over 7,000 stitches. And we only have 6 weeks left. It will be close, but not done. Normally. But it's okay. It already got a lot of stitching this year, so it's okay. I love my page finishes, you know that. That's my motivation to keep going. My page finishes, my milestones on percentages and on the numbers I have. That's why I keep track of that. Not to say, oh, I have that much done. No, it's just for myself, how I'm doing, and it's fun. The next one up here is the one for my oldest son. The one from Randall Spangler, where I had a page finish last week. That's this one. Supersized max color, cruising the information highway. Artwork was from Randall Spangler and is still from him. It's 999 by 690 stitches with 238 colors. And I'm still here in the box. So I went from the right. Then the last book I touched was the history book. So I'm continuing here. What it says. Webster Dictionary. So that's the way I'm going. This is stitched on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross with roll broderie floss. And here is where I started. So after my page finish. And here is what I have now. So I went up to the top and started there again. For 500 stitches. Yeah. So it's now at 38,850 stitches out of 689,310 and 5.64% completed. Yeah. It's also a big one. And this one and the one for my daughter are close together in stitches. My daughter had 39,220 and he has 38,850. So around 400 stitches. It's a bit less. 370 in between. So those two are close together in matching numbers. Yeah. The one with the most progress is coming next. That's the Night at the Circus, the one from my youngest son. Also artwork from Amy Stewart. This is 999 by 716 stitches with 238 colors and charted by Heaven Earth Designs. And Andrew, the runner stitcher, is stitching the shelves with the circus. I don't remember the name, but I have a full view and he has one with, I think it's Marvelous Circus called. I'm not 100% certain. But he has 4 shelves with all circus stuff on it. And I picked this one, my youngest one picked this one because I already had shelves, a lot of shelves, and he wanted something else than shelves. So yeah, then we stitched that. It's a lot of blue, that's certain. And here was where I started. Getting close to page finish. Getting close, not yet. I should see how much is left. Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe, I don't know yet. So this is now where I am. I filled in here mostly this part. So I'm working my way now like this. And it's now at 45,500 stitches out of 716,000. No, 715,284 with 6.36% completed. This is stitched on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross. It's a beauty, but it's confetti. It is. Yeah. How much stitches left? I don't remember. I stitched on this week, but I had so many whips in my hands that I don't remember all the stuff. It will be 2 weeks. It's a lot of confetti and I don't think I will have time to finish it this week. So, but within 2 weeks it has a page finish. So, maybe if I have like 100 stitches left I will do them, but otherwise I won't. If it's more than 100 stitches I won't do it. Then the last one for this week, the last but not least, is the supersized Max Color Amazing Animal Kingdom. Of course, artwork from Amy Stewart. It's 999 by 765 stitches with 237 colors. And I started the week with where is my photo? Here, 160,500 stitches. Yeah, so I didn't, I stopped here and I started again to stitch here. So my weekly goal here was 1,500 stitches. Those are all full crosses, of course. I don't really have a half stitch of 10 stitch projects. I did 1,505 stitches. So this is stitched also on 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross, and this part here is all new. So I think it's like this, yeah. So this is now at 162,005 stitches. And where is my page here? Out of 764,235 with 21.20% completed. Yeah, it's difficult to stitch. I stitch now like each day except from Friday on it, and the first stitches of the day is hard. For each day 250 stitches. So yeah. It's gorgeous, but still a lot to go. So this one needs again for plants this week another 1,500 stitches. The ones for my children I just showed you also each 500. So quick recap: these three, no, not these three, these three. So the coloring book, the circus, and the car. 500 stitches. 6 portals, 500 stitches. Jungle Kitty 300. Probably. Tommy. Normally I would swap to Welcome to the World, but she wants it finished, so I think I will keep it out until it's finished. Another 500. Then temperature stitching. Quickly go over that. The temperatures predicted for this week, for today, was 16 degrees. So for temperature stitching, I take the ending digit, that's linked to my whips, for the max temperature. So the max temperature for today was 16 degrees, 13 for tomorrow, Sunday 10, Monday 10, Tuesday 8, Wednesday 7 degrees, and Thursday 6 degrees. That gives me a result. Nothing on the Rose Garden because it has the numbers 1 and 5. 100 stitches on Wildlife Predator. So it was this one. I'm not going to pull them out again, you just saw them. Romeo and Juliet, 200 stitches. My Happy Dragon, the small one with his Santa hat, gets another 200 stitches. And the Witch Cat also gets 200 stitches. So the last two, so the Happy Dragon was this one. And then the Witch's Cat was the one from Booty Threads with her nice head. Oh, that was this one. It gets also 200 stitches. I'm dropping everything on the floor now, eh? So that is for plans this week, and then of course the Flosstube Frenzy. I can give you a quick recap what I have to do, but I think it's at this point pointless because it's a long list. The whips, I have linked to them, you saw in my video last week. I'm thinking if I need to tell you something else. So for the Sunday the 2nd, I still have Jen to do. Normally 300 stitches for Crafty Cat. But I already have 300 stitches for the 9th of November. And for Sunday she will post another set. So yeah, still thinking if I will say I start from the full 600 stitches. Or I keep going with the smaller amounts and swap out each whip. That's still thinking. If you have ideas or suggestions on what I should do with these Flosstube Frenzy, please let me know in the comments. It's very helpful. Yeah, because it's a long list. I will go it alphabetically. If you do not want to know what I'm talking about, I can leave you. If instead I still have to talk about something else, so maybe wait a bit. You can just I would say spool further, but it's not that. Scroll further, put the video further along. Now, so for Alchemist Teacher, I have B. Gecko Roos. She posted the 12th of November for 250 stitches. So this one will not be done this week. But I'm just going over the list. Busy Mom Stitcher needed 250 stitches on Animal Mix Panorama for her video on the 2nd of November. So this one you will see. Normally. Crafting Gaming Jamie posted 3 videos. And I said she's not regularly. So that's Cozy Winter Book Nook. That will be a new start. So that's already 500 stitches so far. Crafty Emily is Daydream Tigers. She needs 400 stitches. And her videos were from the 6th and 10th of November. So I don't think I will touch this one this week, but we will see. Then we have the Crow Stitcher for the 5th, 7th and 12th November. And in total that is 400 stitches on dogs in the library that I need. starting photos you can see in my video from last week if you really want to know what that will look like. The Dizzy Stitcher did his very best for this. He will come around the 2nd of November, the 8th of November and the 11th of November. So I have 550 stitches to do on Tiger Family in the Jungle. It's a supersized max color also. So this one you will see next week. Then we have DMS Crafty Vortex. Yeah, you will see it. McGonagall's Library, but that one I didn't bring with me. It's one from the Cross Stitch Studio. Can I find the cover photo immediately? Lockhart's Trelawn. I have all the libraries, so I'm now looking through them. Here it is. This is McGonagall's Library. He will not turn. Yeah. This is McGonagall's Library for Dawn-Marie, DMS Crafty Vortex. She will come around because she had a video on the 2nd of November and the 9th of November, and it's already 450 stitches I owe. So maybe I just do the first 250. Then we have Fun with Cross Stitch posted an update the 12th of November. She will not be seen next week, but this is her whip, Hubble Bubble Square. It's too far in the list if I go following the ordering, the dates. Then I said Jen, the Crafty Cat, 600 stitches already. She will be in the list for next week. Yeah, in fact, last night I was thinking I will start it and yeah, I can show it then tomorrow. But it was like already 1 a.m. in the night, so I thought I will sleep. So Jen will come in the next video. Then we have Jessie Marie Dastav, didn't post a video yet. Her whip is Winter Cookie Party. The max colors. So not around yet. Then we have Carla's Stitching Journey. I did her this week, so not for next week, but that was Catnap. So the next is for the 10th of November, so it will be maybe 2 weeks. Cal Stitches had 2 videos out, the 7th and 12th of November. This is all my time, so maybe it can be different of when they post it. Stitchke, that is White Tiger from Laurie Prindle. So normally not for this week. Stitch Kim is not for this week. That was Sunday Delight. So maybe next month. That was this one. So Kim Hollenbeck was for next month. Then we have the Max Color Stitcher for the 9th of November. I hope I can do that one, because this one needs a lot of stitches also. So I said then I have to take some out of order. It's probably I will do that because those were pinned whips. Then we have Small Town Stitches. She posted a video the 12th of November. Normally she will not be in it for next week because it's the 12th. But her whip is Christmas Mug Cat. Then we have Stitching Mommy with 360 degrees. That will be done. She said that will be done. It's like a ghost in a bottle from Aladdin. That will be done. Your wish will be done. Your wish will be filled. I said I should call it not a plans section anymore, but my wish list for the week. My wishes, my wishing tree for the week. Yeah. That's maybe a better title. The wishing tree. Then we have silver stitches with Cats of Love. That will be done normally. That's this one. She posted 2 videos, the 2nd of November and 9th of November. So that's for 400 stitches. And she was doing Flosstube Friendly too. So welcome to this FOMO. And then the Runner Stitcher posted the 4th and 11th of November. Maybe this one will be done too. It's Dog Shelf. It has another name, but I call it Dog Shelf. The Library of Dogs from Hat. Because the one from Pain Free Crafts is called Dogs in Library. And this is called the Library of Dogs. So this is confusing. So that's why I'm making it as Dog Shelf and Dogs Library. So I know which one it is. And then Stitchy Witch, she didn't post yet. And then the last one was Wizard's Companion for Yorkshire Crafter for the 8th of November. But I just stitched on it. So it will not be in it next week. And Stitchy Witch. And I forgot one. I forgot Ebony. Oh, it's a shame. Ebony posted the 11th of November. Sorry, it was not on purpose. For What the Dragon. And this one needs 250 stitches. And the Stitchy Witch who didn't post yet was Rubber Ducky Dragon. Oh yeah, and the health of Stanley Morrison is not is going behind. It's not well. I read a post on Pain Free Crafts. He is ill. He has Parkinson, I think. So his drawing, yeah, will be less. And he's not certain he will still be able to draw. So, yeah. He has a lot of cute dragons on the Pain Free Crafts website. We have one of 2 here. There's the Sake dragon, and the other one is a it's one of parrot in a glass dragon. I don't know the title of this one, but he has a lot of nice dragons. So yeah, I would say if you want to support him, buy a chart of those dragons from him. I think he can use that too. So that's it. That was the Flosstube Frenzy so far. Then, like I said in my video here, my daughter was watching me with, not watching me, but was watching with me to the video of Carla's stitching journey. Like I said, I think 2 videos ago, she wanted to do a map. So here it is. This was a map I also sent to Carla. She was talking about. This is a floor map from Hogwarts. So this is the castle. I added some things that I missed here, like the Quidditch pitch, the vegetable patch is more the greenhouses, the Whomping Willow, the Hagrid's cabin. Yeah. So the stuff I couldn't find here, my husband put here for me because he was better in orientation than me. So what did she do? She picked 30 whips and she put them all in envelopes. So those are all my envelopes. I know she has some writing mistakes, like here it's Hagrid cabin. She made it Kellen. But it's okay. Quidditch, pitch. Those are all here. I didn't open them. So all different. Bumping Willow, Vegetable Patch, and so on. So the meaning was with this thing here. That I would visit each room of Hogwarts, and in some rooms she put a character, and that whip gets 100 extra stitches. So normally the meaning was to roll with all the dices of Dungeons and Dragons and to see how many I have to do. But then I'm thinking, I'm already behind in my Flosstube frenzy. So what is the best way to do it? Saying put 300 stitches in it? I don't know. If I roll and I have to do 1500 stitches, I will be mad. So she wants that I do it, but yeah, how? There I'm struggling. So I only said she said, oh, where would you start? And I said I would start at the station because I'm visiting Hogwarts for the first time. Then I would go to the boathouse stairs, so making my way to the Great Hall. So then I passed the viaduct court, the entrance hall, and the Great Hall for the sorting hat. It's not easy to read, but those all are rooms. So the station is here, boat stairs is here, the viaduct court, the entrance hall, and here's the Great Hall. So I need to go to the Great Hall for the sorting hat first. So I know which whip it is a station that I already opened. She wanted me to open it, but I'm still not knowing of undecisive which amount of stitches I want to do. There's no character in it. That's another thing I know. So this was the station envelope, and this is the whip. It's in Sunflower Duet. She filled these rooms 2 times. Then we have also a map from the bunker of Supernatural. So I will swap around those 2. But this time these are whips that didn't get a lot touched or not touched at all. So if these get stitches, it's extra, it's bonus stitching. So I'm just thinking I don't want to make my life more difficult and hard than it already is. And now you will laugh at me because I already have a lot on my plate. And you love to see me struggle. So yeah, what I will do, I don't know yet. And I'm not adding the level points and level experience, and what is it, of numbers or points. This is just to touch them. To touch the whips I don't have touched in a long time. So that's the reason why I said, okay, I will give it a go. But like I said, how do I decide which numbers? If I say I gave it each 500 stitches, then it's again a focus thing, a pinned thing. So yeah, they're still thinking what I will need to do. So also there, if you have some suggestions, please send them in the comments as a message or message me, whatever. But that's how it works. Do I need another game? No, I don't. I definitely not. But yeah. And I took a break of the ducks this week and crocheting. And my daughter was yesterday asking me, hey, you didn't crochet ducks this week. And I said, no, I took a break. So I'm like all over the place. It's a lot to keep up with and to do. So hopefully next week I have some ducks to show you. Oh, the stitch. stitches here. What is that? Eh? So I hope then I have dogs to show you and more of Flosstube Frenzy, but like I said, my days are too short. Yeah. And school is again full-time open. So I need to get up earlier, I cannot stitch late, that all those things in mind, it's a lot. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying how busy my life is. So again, I want to thank everyone who was watching me, who probably had a big progress now on their webs. If you want to show what you have done, when you was watching me, you always can post it on my Facebook group, Siske Stitches. I love to see it. Also, some people post what they did during my live stream. I did one on Wednesday. Yeah, where we talked about the Hatesall 2026 and some comparison between pain-free crafts and hate charts. If you want to know what I have said about that, you can watch that as a replay. It's still there. Will I do another live? Maybe, but I cannot say when. Like I said, Monday we have a doctor's appointment with my daughter again for blood. She needs to take. She needs to let her. She needs to give blood. I would say it like that. So that's another thing already on my mind. Oh yeah, and she dragged me into a jigsaw puzzle championship. So that's the 23rd of November, the Sunday. So then we have to do that too. Yeah. And then the 30th of November, there is a movie they wanted to see about Saint Nicholas. So my days are getting filled in very, very fast. Also, on Tuesday, I go to school to go reading with my son. They asked the parents to do that, so that's another time I'm losing. Then the time I have with their homework and reading at home, it's a lot. And then I have still my homework, my cleaning chores and stuff. So yeah, that's difficult with all this happening. But that said, we do what we can. So I want to thank you again for watching this video, for being here each week or when you want to watch it, for leaving a comment, for liking the videos, subscribing, it's all appreciated. The members who bought the coffee, also again, thank you. I will leave the link below if you also want to send me a coffee. Yeah, it's not obligated, it's welcome. Yeah, I think that's everything for this week. So I hope you are safe and well, and I can see you again next week. So bye bye.